The written text has evolved over the years. Take Article 14, right to equality. Everybody is equal before the law. Fine. But by process of evolution, what the Supreme Court has done is said, yes, everybody is equal before the law, but the law that you have must be a valid law. Everybody is equal before the law, but if the law itself is invalid, it becomes arbitrary, and therefore what is arbitrary cannot guarantee equality. This is how constitutions evolve. Take Article 21, right to life. The text of the Constitution says that nobody would be deprived of life except according to the procedure established by law. Now, I may ask the students, if the procedure established by law is not a fair procedure, if the law itself is arbitrary, what guarantee does the right to life mean? So it's Maneka Gandhi, 1980, I think, the Supreme Court said, no, the procedure established by law means the procedure established by a fair law which can test the constitutional principles. So, you can't have a law which is arbitrary and then determine the right to life of citizens on the basis of that arbitrary law. The law has to be a fair law. This is how the Constitution has evolved. Take Article 16. There has been a lot of debate on reservation. I don't want to get into that. Not on this sacred day. But see how it has evolved. After Indra Soni, where the Supreme Court or the judiciary said you can't have reservations in promotions, Parliament brought in an amendment 16(4), reservations in promotions. The judiciary said fine, reservation in promotion, but once you get promoted by virtue of your reservation, meaning you have bypassed somebody, you will have to wait. No accelerated seniority. You have to wait. And let that man come, catch up, and then you can be considered for future promotion or promotion to the next higher post. Which means promotions, reservation, yes, but no accelerated seniority. The Parliament did not agree, brought in an amendment, 16(4). But no. Accelerated seniority is a benefit that must be given. And today, that is the law. This is how constitutions evolve. The judiciary takes a view, the Parliament takes a view, and eventually, what prevails? We all know that. Now here, there's been a lot of unnecessary debate on supremacy. A law passed by Parliament unanimously is set aside by a handful of judges of the Supreme Court. There's a lot of bad blood. Does the Constitution, what answer will the Constitution have? The Constitution has no answer, because it is for the man, as Professor Mukhi pointed out when he quoted Dr. Ambedkar. A good constitution in the hands of bad men will be a bad constitution. A bad constitution in the hands of good men will be a good constitution. You have to work it out. See how the Britishers worked out. The UK Supreme Court can't declare a law to be invalid. Do you know that? Like the Indian Supreme Court. What they can do is send back the law to Parliament, saying, will you kindly reconsider this aspect? Perhaps you overlooked it. Perhaps it needs to be relooked. And in most cases, Parliament accepted what the UK Supreme Court said and remodeled the law. That's how the Constitution works. Not by speeches, by one organ attacking the other. That's not what the Constitution dreamt of. The Constitution makers never dreamt of that one organ will attack the other. No. This is how, in the spirit of mutual trust, the Constitution has to evolve and work. The Constitution, as you all know, but perhaps the students don't know, therefore I repeat for the benefit of the students. Federal with unitary features. What do you mean by that? Each state is independent, but there is an overall control of the state, of the union. Yes? Article 356. Whenever the state machinery is not being run in accordance with the Constitution, the central government steps in and supersedes the state government. Separation of powers. This is something that I will deal with separately. The power of Parliament, the power of state legislature. If you look into the 7th schedule, list 1, list 2, list 3, you find that the more important portfolios are in list 1. Parliament has the power of lawmaking on these portfolios, on these subjects, and naturally the executive power of the union government extends to all these subjects. Perhaps more localized kind of issues are contained in the list 2 of the 7th schedule, which is the state list. You have the financial powers. You constitute a finance commission, and the finance commission decides on the appropriation to the state out of the central funds. There is one very unnoticed chapter in the Constitution which appealed to me and which I think is of paramount importance. That is chapter 13, which talks about freedom of trade and commerce throughout the country. You know, the states, geographically the states can't impose restrictions on interstate movement of trade and commerce. Meaning India is one. You can't have the states making laws prohibiting interstate movement of goods, of trade and commerce. To my mind, this is a wonderful and a very striking feature in the Constitution, which works towards the unity of the nation. Pardon me, there are 2 articles in the Constitution that I can't help not referring. Now, instead of the big thing, we have this pocket or this coat pocket addition. It's done wonderful. You know, Article 105. Powers, privileges of the Houses of Parliament and of the members and committees thereof. No member of Parliament shall be liable to any proceedings in any court in respect of anything said or any vote given by him in Parliament. A member of Parliament, you can't haul him up in court for saying something in Parliament, saying something about the court. Article 122. Courts not to inquire into proceedings of Parliament. The validity of any proceeding in Parliament shall not be called into question on the ground of any alleged irregularity of procedure. You can't question the proceedings of Parliament in a court. Now, what is the position vice versa? Can Parliament discuss a matter which is before the court?